Hi everybody! I rarely do this. I've did a couple of videos about very specific topics. You can find them here or here, I never know. And down below I made a playlist about spiritual resources, if you will, of things that are not really like tarot related or, spread related, but that have to do with more how to have tools to go and juggle through this life, this crazy thing called life. And this time I just wanted to use a very basic example. I'm very fond of movies. I'm a very avid movie watcher, so I watch a lot of things. I've watched movies my entire life, any genre. And it's really part of my family culture, and I've been raised like that. It's not just a hobby of liking movies, it's just like it's part of my well-being. I need to watch movies to be happy. So I'm going to use an example that most of us, or at least people that are my age, will know about. If you're younger, you probably saw the reboot that is not as good as the original. Sorry, but nobody can kind of outdo Robin Williams. And for the older people that are watching me, you probably heard of it, watched it, or I would highly recommend you to stop everything, watch it, and go back to this video to understand the point I will try to make using this movie as a sort of support for my whole kind of video. But the idea here is to help you how to handle dealing with people that have toxic traits or that have dysfunctional ways of communicating with healthy people, or at least normal people. First of all, nobody is able to diagnose except therapists. So obviously don't diagnose people. And if you have questions or you wonder whether you're in a relationship with someone that has narcissistic issues or borderline people or bipolar, you need to go and see a therapist to kind of be able to assess a clear sort of I guess what's the term, diagnosis. So I don't want to label things. I don't have the requirements to do so, and I just want to highlight and stress the issue that the problem is not like everybody is toxic for someone in a way, and if we flip that around, it's not so much the fact that being toxic, because nobody's like a toxic mushroom, a walking toxic mushroom. It's not the person in and of herself. It's the dynamic and the psychic patterns that they use with people that is toxic. So that being said, let's jump straight into my image that I want to share with you, because I think images are powerful and it's easier to kind of really be able to grasp what's at stake, so to speak. So the movie I'm going to use as a reference is Jumanji, but the first one that came out in 95 or 96, I don't remember. So if you haven't seen, I might spoil a bit of it, so you might want to watch it. And if you already know about it, well, it'll be easier to understand. But I realized that having to deal with people that have toxic traits and a toxic way, a dysfunctional way of connecting to the world around them and to people, it's just as if you're playing a game. It's as if life is just a game like a Monopoly real size, And the thing is, it's so simple, yet we should always keep that in mind. You can never win with a cheater. It just, mathematically, you can't win with somebody that cheats. And the thing is, imagine that life is like this Monopoly you're playing, this game with other people. And against cheaters, you'll never be able to win if you stay and stick by the rules and by the book. And the only way to potentially be able to compete with them and win over them would be to cheat yourself, which means that your own values and morals are being perverted, not by the game, by the people you play with. So when you're dealing with toxic people, you have to keep in mind, well, like I said, not toxic people, but people that depict toxic traits. You will never win. And when you finally understand and wrap your head around that you're playing a game that you're never going to win, why do you keep playing? And it's funny because the example in Jumanji, so for those that don't know Jumanji, I'm going to spoil it a bit, but in the movie there's a game, and if you start playing the part and if you start playing the game, you need to finish. And the only way to finish is to get to the middle of the centerpiece of the thing and to say Jumanji. And everything that has popped out of Jumanji will go back and be sucked back in, and the thing closes and you're done. And the thing is, and the great news about it, is that in real life, you don't need to finish. At any point, you can choose to put the dice, put them back and say, Jumanji, I'm freaking done with you. Or with you, plural, people. If you have to deal with many people that have toxic traits. So basically, it's your responsibility to say at some point, Jumanji, and to just get out and stop playing the game. Because as long as you keep playing the game with those people, you'll always be stuck in a situation that you know is not healthy for you. Stop everything, put the freaking dice down, and let all the thing just resorb and resolve itself by just saying, I'm peace out. And it's funny because talking about toxic, people that have toxic and dysfunctional traits, it's just like in the movie, it's like you're there shaking the dices, and you know that every time you're going to throw the dice, some horrible freaking shit is going to come out of it. And at some point you need to say stop to it, because otherwise it'll just continue over and over again. Because like I say, they cheat, so they make you believe you're going to reach Jumanji, the center, and you'll be able to get out of there. But you're never going to get out of there until you say, I'm done. Jumanji. That was my little message of the day. I'm sorry for the people that have been following me since the beginning, or at least a couple of months now. I wasn't able to post as much as I wanted. I will try to still post on not Sundays anymore, but Mondays with weekly energies to help you navigate your week or month, or the season that we're in. And thank you for your time and attention. If you want to subscribe, share this video if you think it could be helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take good care of yourself.